In this lesson, we are going to be diving into how to use influencers on Instagram to pretty much give you a huge spike in sales, also just gain you more followers, more basically eyes on your brand, and also generate social proof at the same time. People are going to be using your product, especially if it's people that have a large following. A lot of thumbs up, everyone's like, oh, it must be good then. So we're going to be looking at some sort of tips and tricks from past experience of me actually using influencers for brands, and just, pretty much my recommendations on how you should be using them as a strategy for your own products or, your own services that you're trying to sell and get in front of people on Instagram. So to do this, I've just picked this account called Movement. They're a watch brand on Instagram, sort of very lifestyle based. And they are just a typical brand that uses a lot of influencers to promote their product. So instead of them going out and paying, taking their own photos, they instead pay, people who are actually good at this. They can uh, get the product in front of people. They can just take a nice image overall. So let's look through here just to sort of talk about this. And what we're looking at is, different people in these are all influencers. They've been paid to pretty much, model and show off this watch, show the lifestyle, etc. And in there, there are going to be just some pictures of, sunglasses. Maybe they're releasing them, stuff like that. But overall, this is a fantastic strategy if you're a business on Instagram. And this is the one I typically recommend, especially if there is a budget involved. You actually have a marketing budget for Instagram, and you say, we want to spend maybe like 1,000 per month on, basically generating content for your Instagram account. 1,000 will get you enough content. I would definitely say you should have more in your budget, especially if you want to use good influencers, and of course how much your product is worth that you're going to give them for free as well. So the way this works is that you need to just go out there, and I'm going to show you how to do this in a second. You need to go out there, find people and influencers, basically just other users on Instagram that have a good amount of followers, and they take images that work with your branding. So, the look, the feel, the whole style of your branding, they have the right image, because you don't want to use, a bunch of random people across the board. While that can work, it's not going to be as effective. So what you do is, once you find this person, you get in contact with them, you direct message them. Sometimes they have also other contact information, such as an email in their bio for, promotional work. But you'll reach out to them. You'll have to work out an agreement. I can't really explain that process for you because it's different across the board. But typically, you just need to go in strong saying, hey, we have this product. It's XYZ. This is why it's awesome. We believe your audience will love it. We want to send you one for free, and also work out an arrangement for, how much it's going to cost for your time. In return, we would like, 5 images of our product being shown. You don't just want to have one, you want to have 5, because then at least you're going to have a bit of actual range. You want to go for 10, great. You want to go for more, even better. But obviously, the more you want, the more the price is going to be. And then once you have these images, pretty much all you're going to do is ask them to post it on their account, so it goes out to their audience, generating user traffic. You'll work out copy with them, how they want to write their caption. But typically, I would 100% recommend you let the influencer write the caption how they want. But of course, ask them to just include, go check out and then at MVMT for their awesome watches. Or, you agree that you're going to create a link in their bio where it'd be like MVMT / like Aaron Ward if I was going to be promoting it. And then you generate maybe commission for them, etc. It honestly comes down to so many factors. But that is how it will work. So from here, you have obviously your influencer, you've contacted them, they've agreed to post your product, take pictures of it, you get it, and then simple as it is, you just upload them to your Instagram account, and you rinse, repeat. And I recommend, if you do this, you pretty much try and focus your whole growth around it. You just keep using influencers like these guys. Yes, it costs money. It's the best way to grow on Instagram though, especially if you are a brand. In there, you can also add in product shots, but please take notice how nice these product shots is. They've put in time and effort. It works with the style across their feed. But going off this, let's just jump into another example. So these guys, Pura Vida bracelets, also just use influencers. Everyone in here is a influencer all the way through, modeling the bracelets, etc. And what's a great part about this is that most influencers, while they wear the bracelets, they're showing more the lifestyle behind using the product, because, you know, you can buy a bracelet, you can buy a watch, you can buy, a t-shirt from anywhere in the world. You're trying to sell the fact, if I sort of just grab a pen here and blank this out, you're selling the fact of this. You're selling the idea of you're going to be lying on a beach, enjoying the weather, looking beautiful. You're not going to be, purchasing this bracelet. But if you do purchase this, this is what you get from it. It's like the whole, car with the hot girl on it sort of analogy, where if you buy the car, you're also going to get, the pretty looking girl with it. It's just such a typical way of like trying to sell. It works on Instagram really awesomely. Like in here, look how small the bracelet is. It's up here somewhere. Once again, they are sort of selling the idea of, you're going to travel, you're going to have fun. The same with like this. It's like, this is more weirdly the focus than this. It's like, oh, you're going to be adventurous. Oh, you're wearing the bracelets, but you're going to have really fun times with your dog. The same happens, on here. It's like, oh, we have the watch, but you're going to be adventurous, have really good times with your friends. Oh, you have the watch, but you're going to be in this beautiful world, like looking good, all that stuff. This is the idea of using influencers. Most of them do have a pretty cool lifestyle. That's why you want to use them. It's sort of pretty much just selling the fact of, you're selling more of a lifestyle than your product. And it sounds really bad. It does suck, because obviously you've probably made a really awesome product. Should be selling an awesome product. But this is why it just works so well. People really want to buy a lifestyle. They want to buy happiness. They want to buy, interestingness. They want to buy wealth, health, all that good stuff. They don't really want to buy your watch. They just want to buy, these awesome times. So hopefully that makes sense. And that is why it's important to use influencers, because it does leverage your brand up to that level. So let's say you want to find influencers. What you need to do is just come onto maybe an account like this, maybe other ones, check out other brands out there, click on their image, and most of the time they're going to tag the people in here or mention them in here as well. Let's just say we want to check out this guy and this girl. So all of a sudden, okay, we can see 100k followers. Great, they have a good amount of followers. I would say like anyone above 20k is awesome to use, and then obviously price range will increase the more followers they have, the more engagement they have too. So yeah, check out that they have good engagement. This person does, which is great. And then of course you can see here they have an email address, so you just have to get in contact with them. Literally say, hey, we have this product, we'd love to send it for you for free. Would you mind, taking a photo of it with this style? And then what I would do is I would try and link them to photos that you like on their Instagram account. So maybe you like this one and you have a cool pair of shorts, that you're trying to sell. Send them references, say, hey, we like this style. Here's our Instagram account, by the way. Here's like maybe a board of different pictures we like. So you could, create a sort of collage of different images you like. I love doing that actually personally. I love sending out sort of, I call them mood boards, and it's sort of different references. It gives you a tonal range. It shows, the type of images we like. And it really helps them out. Most influencers, if you give them one of this, they actually really love it and they will really want to work with you. So yeah, you go through that, you contact them. Let's take a look at this girl as well. She may have information. You'd have to DM this girl or go onto her website. Let's just go through it. Let's see what's happening. So she has a shop. She does have a contact. For business inquiries, yep, there we go. So pretty simple. Fill this out, get in contact. You can go through her images. She has 10k followers, so it's a little bit low. But once again, if someone takes really nice images, use them still. There is no harm or like foul in play of doing that. And she also gets really good engagement too. I always recommend, go on here, check out the comments, see if people are actually engaging with her, they like what she's doing. Make sure it's not all hate comments, because they will obviously be uploading it themselves. And just off an example here, we have another girl here, Yanid. I use her in quite a few examples. She does sort of modeling for different like clothing and all that good stuff, so she is an influencer. Let's say if you wanted to find more people like Yanid, and we'll do this as well just for these two as well. But in Jarvee, what you can do is come into your users and hashtags, so your tools, Instagram profile, users and hashtags, You can type in their username, so it's Yanid, search suggested users. It's going to give us a list here of different people. Obviously, let's say we're not targeting the guys, but we want to target the girls. We can just start clicking browse, and it's going to open up new accounts for us. And hey, cool, we found someone, she's a Swedish blogger. You can see maybe she takes the correct type of images. This obviously all depends on your brand. This is once again sort of a bigger sort of holistic approach. Let's scroll down. There's another girl here. You can open up her. 181k followers. So it's going to start showing you, accounts that are similar to the ones we targeted, which is great. So we can go through here like, oh cool, yep, she takes the correct type of images that you want, whatever it is. Let's try Morgan here. We'll copy him in, paste him in, search suggested users. And here we go, we've got some guys. Open up this person. He's got quite a lot of followers, so he would be really expensive to use. If you have the budget, get in contact, see what they have, but make sure the images are correct. Try and see if we have another one. Browse. Looking for, okay, so yeah, this is a good range, 200k. Yeah, it's a really cool sort of images. So imagine this one, but let me get my pen tool and show you my awesome drawing skills. Let's say his arm is here, and that is a hand, guys, and then you have the so there we go. You can start seeing how ideas come into play. And funny enough, I've actually sent stuff like this to influencers in the past to say, hey, this is like the image we want. It's pretty funny, especially obviously it's just my personality, but I would say, hey, we want an image that sort of is this style. Can we try and get something that works like stuff like that is a really good way of doing it. If you have like a cool, like nice dress bikini, be like, hey, we love this idea of how the pillars are. Don't know why it's gone big, but we like all the pillars like this. Help them out, get in contact, because you're pretty much wanting to build a relationship up with these people. You don't just want to use them and then leave them. You want to use them throughout time, keep them going, and then you can start working out deals, get it cheaper overall, and in the long run it works. Yeah, as a recap, if you want to and you have the budget, I highly recommend you start using influencers to grow your account and use it as content. You're going to build up an amazing brand. Pretty much Movement grew quite a lot through just Instagram alone, because if we go all the way back through time, you can see that just different people, showing off the brand, showing off the watch, all that good stuff. And as you can see, most of the lifestyle shots, like even this one, it doesn't even show let me just make this small for us. It doesn't even show the watch in it, but people really like it because it's just a lifestyle thing. So yeah, go through it. Also, do your research, find other accounts that are using stuff like this, because it will help you understand the whole process. But just in case you were wondering, what are influencers, how do you use them? It's pretty simple. You go to accounts, you find them. You like, say you find a person like this and you say, awesome, their images are exactly, suited to how our brand look and feel is. You contact them, you just have to work out a deal. Sometimes they'll be like, okay, cool, we want the product for free, and it's going to cost $500. Some other people be like, hey, I'm just happy to accept the free product and I'll happily make an image for you. Other people, be like, oh, product and, $100 per hour for the photo shoot. It all depends on what the person is, how many followers they have, etc. But please use this because it is an awesome to grow brands on Instagram.